Yeah, this is my Ford F-250. It's kind of special to me. It's almost 20 years old. It's got 130,000 miles on it, but it needs work. It's got a little rust underneath it. We live in the rust belt, but mostly if it needs something, I usually do it myself. It's crew cab, 156-inch wheelbase. 2000 Ford F-250 Super Duty XLT Triton V10, 156-inch wheelbase. You'll need to know in order to order the gas tank straps, because there are a lot of different ones out there. But you'll need to know the wheelbase. Center tank. Put a new fuel filter neck on my truck. I mean, you can see this is pretty well shot. Two new fuel straps. These were still holding, however they really had gotten pretty far gone. Like I say, I don't know if this video is going to help anybody or not. I just you can see the fuel filter neck has a hole in it right there. It's a vent hose, a vent line. But like I said, I don't know if this video is going to help anybody or not. I did the best I could. I can't really work the camera all alone and do the work too, so hope it helps somebody. I also put a new hose on there. A fuel filter neck hose. But trying to hold the camera and do the job was too much. But I will go over everything I did and how I did it. You know, maybe it'll help somebody. To get these hoses, it's really hard. I work alone, so it's really hard for me to film and do things. But in order to get the hose off this filler neck here, I just pried it with a screwdriver. I just took a screwdriver and kind of pried all the way around it until it came off, and just kind of twisted a little bit and it came off. But before I even got started, I loosened up every single nut, every single bolt, every screw, including all of these screws right here. Every hose clamp I loosened up, and I sprayed everything down with PB Blaster and let it set for a couple of days. If it had to come off, I loosened it up and then tightened it back up, because I didn't want to get into something, have to start beating on something when I had it half apart. There are 3 screws that hold the filler neck into this gas tank door opening, and all 3 of those screws stripped out. I ended up using a Irwin bolt extractor to get them out, and then one of them, this one right here, I had to beat out with a chisel. But anyway, that's the first thing I did, was get those 3 screws loose. But it's going to be hard for me to hold the camera and even talk now. But there's 2 straps. That's the rear strap back by the differential. That's the forward strap. And there are four 9/16" bolts that hold the strap on. This is a 9/16" bolt right here. It goes through the frame rail, and then you've got another 9/16" bolt through this leaf spring bracket right here. It's back in there. Just use some extensions to get that done. by the drive shaft right there's another one straight up there. That's a 9/16 inch bolt. It's just a bolt. It's got a little clip that holds it into the frame rail or the cross member. This is on the rear. This is on the rear. And then on the front, it's the same thing. This is the front strap. Same thing. You've got a 9/16 inch bolt right there. It's just got a clip in it also. What I did was I jacked up the gas tank with a block of wood right here in the center. I just jacked up the tank. I didn't jack it up, push up on it. I just jacked it up, take the pressure off the straps. And then I got up underneath the truck and I loosened up all 4 of the bolts I just showed you on all the straps. And a couple of them I took, one of them rounded out and I had to use an Irwin bolt extractor to get it out. And then I just squared the bolt head back off and put it back on with a file and a grinder, with a grinder. But once I jacked this up, I got all the bolts loose. A couple of them I took out all the way out and I put anti-seize on them and then I put them back in. And then I went ahead and ordered all the parts and everything for it. Pretty easy to find. You can find them at Parts Geek, Car ID, Rock Auto, and get some pretty good prices on them. Once I got all the bolts loose, I just let the jack down maybe 4 or 5 inches. And then I was able to sit up underneath the back of the truck and loosen up all the, you can see that I put all new hoses and hose clamps on. I took all the hose clamps off. With the gas tank lowered 4 inches, you can get your hand in there and work on both the hoses that could come out of the gas tank and kind of pry them loose. And then this fuel filler neck was already loose like I originally said. And then I was able just to push the hoses back far enough to pull the fuel filler neck out of the opening. I pulled it out of that opening right there and lifted it down and started twisting and it came right off. I pulled it right out. And then putting it back in is pretty much the same. Got the hoses on the top of the tank. Put the new hose clamps on there. Put the new hoses on there, and then they were sticking out right here on top of that frame. And then I pushed it up in the hole right there. Put the new screws in there and tightened that up. I jacked the. Well, first of all, I put the two bolts on that hold the straps on the frame. I put those on first. I put the straps on that hold the tank on the frame rail, and then I just left the straps hanging down while I did all the rest of the work. And then when I got all the hoses and everything on the fuel, the top of the fuel tank to the filler neck, I got those all squared away. I jacked it back up. I jacked the tank back up. Then I put the two inner bolts up in the strap. I push the straps up. I push the straps up and then they're pretty easy to put the bolts. Once I got all that squared away, I pushed the straps up so they lined up with the holes, and then I put the bolt up in there and got it started, and then I just took a 9/16 inch wrench with a bunch of extensions on it and tightened that down. All the bolts now have anti-seize on them, so if anybody ever does this next, they won't have the problems that I had. But yeah, everything lined up pretty good. It's not a real difficult job.